it's Ina the Mood Reader and welcome to another video. For today, I'm going to show you all the books that I got as holiday gifts last December 2020. Okay, so the first set of books I'm going to share with you are these, and these came from Book of the Month, and I'm going to share with you my experience ordering from overseas, and the courier or forwarder that I used was Buy and Ship Philippines. Okay, so this is what the Book of the Month box looks like, and I used, I think, a code I saw from Gabby Reed's video. I think it was Bookish Wish. So I was able to get my first Book of the Month box for $5, if I'm not mistaken. And just to make like the journey of the books worth it, I decided to have an add-on, which I got for $10. So they offer free shipping in the US, and like I mentioned, I used my Buy and Ship address, but for Buy and Ship, the total shipping fee I was able to spend was 1,750 pesos. So as you can see, the shipping fee was way more expensive than the books, which is a little funny, but you know, it says here, you've got great taste, good taste, or great taste, and it has Book of the Month's brochure. I don't know, I'm gonna read this later. I have a bookmark that says "Mind if I cut in." There's also a set of Book of the Month stickers. Merry everything. Thanks for sticking with us through 2020. And then I have here my Book of the Month pick, and it's People Like Her by Ellery Lloyd. So out of the 5 books provided, I went with this one. It has a little damage, unfortunately, but this is a thriller. I can't believe I got this for like $5. The naked cover looks like this. It has the Book of the Month logo here and gold foil. So basically, this book is a razor-sharp, wickedly smart suspense debut about an ambitious influencer mom whose soaring success that threatens her marriage, her morals, and her family's safety. So I'll be using this one for my Pop Sugar Reading Challenge prompt with something broken on the cover, because as you can see, there is a broken screen here. And the next book that I got as an add-on is Want to Watch by Kate Stayman London. So this one is like, I think, one of the top romance reads for 2020, and this is about a plus-sized protagonist, as you can see on the cover, and I think this is pitched similarly to The Bachelorette, only this time we have a plus-size character, which is, I think, something we have been needing for a while now. This is what the naked cover looks like, and this was a June 2020 Book of the Month pick. So the funny thing about this is the Want to Watch copy that I got is so much better than the People Like Her copy. It's a little battered with the dust jackets, but all in all, it's a great experience. Would I try buying from Book of the Month again? Probably yes, but I would like to limit myself to maybe 4 purchases in a year, because if you total the discount you get from Book of the Month but add on the shipping fees, you'll see that you'll just get the regular hardcover price of like 1,000 and something for a book. And I think I would only use my credits in Book of the Month if I see like particular new release that I would really like to get on my hands right away, because you know, we don't really get all the new releases here in the Philippines. But yeah, I wish the shipping fee was more affordable, but I'm still very happy to get my copies on this one, and also to try the Book of the Month service. And then now we go to the gifts I have received. So aside from this, the first book I received in the holidays was Starry Eyes by Jen Bennett. I got it from my booktube Secret Santa, Gerald the Bookworm, and I'll be inserting the clip when I opened it here. Hey! Hello from Monty and me. So I'm a little quiet kasi tulog na sila. And this is the gift that I got. Actually, alam ko na kung kanino to galing. Kasi nandito yung address niya. And nakasama ko siya sa isang blog tour. And tada! So, nakalagay here, to Ina the Mood Reader from Bookish Santa, Booktube PH 2020. Okay, so there's another layer pa of plastic. Pero I can see na here kung ano yung book. Yan, so I got this hardcover of Starry Eyes by Jen Bennett. And very good kasi I haven't read this book yet. And mayroong mga nag-recommend sa akin nito dati sa Bookstagram for me to read it. And yeah, so it's I think a YA romance. I'm not sure, pero I'm sure it's a romance, and that's my main genre. So yeah, thank you so much. And let's try to open this. So we have a card na may Christmas tree, and merong letter. Ayan, sabi niya, this book daw is a YA love story with the trope na bet ko, tama, which is enemies to lovers. Many good reads, reviews daw. May copy din siya, so we can go to him. Ayan. And meron mga sweet messages here. Ayun. And may sign ni Gerald Gruezo. Meron akong confession to make. Pagka-start pa lang ng bunutan, nahulaan ko na si Gerald yung nakabunot sa akin. Kasi finalo niya, inad niya ako sa Goodreads. Siguro sinastalk niya yung Goodreads account ko. Tapos bigla siyang nag-chat na mag-add daw lahat ng tao sa Goodreads. So nahulaan ko na siya yung nakabunot kasi inad niya na ako bago niya yung chinat. Tapos, alam ko na nagbebenta siya ng book sa Shopee. And alam ko na avocado yung name niya sa Shopee. Kaya, nung na-receive ko yung package, alam ko na si Gerald yung nakabunot sa akin. So, yun. Thank you so much for the card, Gerald, and sa book. Yan. So, sana we can body read next year. Thank you so much. Happy holidays. Thank you for the gift. Ching! Okay, so again, I would like to thank Gerald the Bookworm. Belated happy birthday, and thank you for giving me that gift. I'm planning on reading it next month, where I would be reading like only romance books for a month. But again, yeah, thank you. And I also received 2 books from my brother for the holidays. The first one I got is a paperback copy of Patron Saints of Nothing Unfortunately, I already have a hardcover of this one. He said that he wasn't sure if I already had this, but he bought it anyway. So I'll be keeping this one because it was a gift from him. I'm still thinking about what to do with my other copy. So just watch out. I might give it away. But yeah. The other book he gave me was The Apocalypse of Elena Mendoza by Sean David Hutchinson. It's a science fiction, I think. I don't know really what this book is about, but it's interesting, and I've been seeing Sean David Hutchinson books around. I haven't got a chance to read any of his works before, so it will be interesting to read this one this coming year. So yeah, thanks to my brother for these two books. The other book that I received was from my uncle, and it's The Sky Is Yours by Chandler Clang Smith. It is a science fiction book, and it says that this is a debut that is very inventive. It's a science fiction coming of age and adventure novel. It's about it's a visionary, funny, infuriating, dystopic romp. It's full of carefully observed character details and revelations that simultaneously broke my heart and made it soar like a dragon. So I'm not really sure what the theme is, but it's the first time I've seen this book. I'm very interested in reading it soon. It also fits like my resolution of reading more sci-fi for 2021. So again, thanks to my Tito Gary for giving me this book. And when I bought my gift for my bookish Secret Santa, Filipino booktuber Secret Santa in fully booked, I also bought a few books for my own shelf, inspired actually by who I picked. My my giftee was Kate from Your Tita Kate. I gave her 2 books, a fantasy and a contemporary book, and these 2 books are inspired by her diverse tastes. The first one of which is the fifth season by N.K. Jemisin. I know that it's a part of a trilogy, but I decided to just get the first book. It's part of the Broken Earth trilogy, and I'll also be reading this one for the Pop Sugar Reading Challenge for the Prompt Afrofuturism. So I don't really know what to expect with this book. But it says here, this is the way the world ends for the last time. It's going to be something exciting. And it also says here that the book won the Hugo Award in 2016. So it's going to be an adventure to read this one. The other book that I bought is You Had Me at Ola by Alexis Daria. I have to admit that this is a full cover buy. I really love the illustrations on our lead characters here, and it's also about a telenovela. So they star in a telenovela, and I think they have to date to promo, maybe, or they just decided to date. I'm not really sure, but yeah, I just know here that they are going to star in a telenovela, and they also have this fake relationship, I guess. I don't know. I really don't know, but it's a really, really pretty cover. So I'll be reading this next month, I think, because I couldn't wait any longer. I really want to know what this is. Also, I saw this book on Kate's like top 20 for 2020 video. So I'm sure this is gonna be an amazing read. So next, I have here some books I also bought for myself last year. I actually ordered these titles August 2020 from Bookscapades. This is my second order from them. So unlike the first one, I just ordered a few titles, And I was expecting to receive this last December, but it came in a few days ago. And it's also one of the reasons why I put off doing this video, because I was waiting for these 3 titles. Okay, so the next book, or the first book I have for my Bookscapades haul is this. It's from Twinkle with Love by Sandia Menon, and this book is part of the Dimpleverse from the story When Dimple Met Rishi. I really love that book, so I'm excited to see what the story would be about this time for Twinkle's World. So this book, a naked cover, looks like this. Here is the title part. And I'm so happy that the books came in with pretty great condition. It does have this remaindered mark here, but aside from that, everything's in good condition, so yay! Next, we have here Ruse, which is the sequel for Want. I already have Want here on my shelf, also from Bookscapades, and when this was on sale, I decided to get it as well. So this is another sci-fi book, and I'm hoping to read this year. Look at that beautiful cover. The naked cover is blue, looking like this. And again, this one is a sci-fi set in future Taiwan. And yeah. And then the next book is a really anticipated copy because I really wanted to read the Poppy War trilogy, but this was the edition I was looking for, and all the editions I've been seeing around are the orange ones. So I had to order from Bookscapades to get this one. I was able to get it for 650 pesos, if I'm not mistaken. It's a remaindered copy, but still, I'm still very happy to read this. I know that almost everyone has already read this book, but I don't know. So it looks like this on the inside, a real bright orange. We have RFK here for RF Kwang, and this is the side of it. I just really like this cover better than the orange one. I don't know why. So yeah, so this would be, I'm sure, a painful read based on the tweets I see floating around. I'm so very excited to read The Poppy War. So yeah, those are the 3 books I got from Bookscapades, and I couldn't resist buying this one. This time I got it from Shopee, and it's the Dragon Republic, which is book 2 of The Poppy War. I now have them together. So we have book 1 and book 2 of the Poppy War trilogy, and I bought this one from Shopee. I think I got it for 800 pesos. It's a remaindered copy again, but I think that's fine, especially since it's really hard to get copies of these books here in the Philippines. So yeah, I'll be reading this one soon. I know they are like these chunky boys, but I'm sure the book would be a great journey. I'm still quite nervous since I am really not the type of person to read fantasy a lot, but I don't know, maybe it's gonna be a good experience for me. And now these are the last books I got for the holidays. It's another gift to myself, and I have been eyeing this book set, I think, for 1.5 years now, I guess. I think I first saw it on MIBF or Manila International Book Fair 2019. I wanted to buy a copy then, but I was doubting myself if I would really enjoy the story. I mean, it's a Filipino romance, but I don't know. There's a part of me that was hesitant to complete or to do the purchase by then, and I just decided to go with a Jano Silang set. But this year, I mean last month, Moon from Moonlight Scrolls created a read-along, a 5-month-long read-along for this series, and it's I Love You Since 1892 by Binibining Mia. So my romance-loving heart had this like reason now to buy the box set, and yeah, so I decided to join along because I think it would be more exciting to have to watch fellow Filipino romance lovers discuss this book. And I think Moon has set 5 live shows for the 5 books. There would also be 5 different challenges, and January's challenge is to film a reading vlog while reading the first book. And there's also a surprise that on the 3rd month we will be discussing the 3rd book, and I'll be guesting on Moon's booktube channel to do a live show with you guys. So I hope to see you in March. By the way, I was able to get this copy for 1,390 pesos, and for that I got 5 books, and I don't know about the other 2 books, but in total there are 7 books. So we have here this art that I think is based on Janela Salvador, and then we also have this here. To be honest with you, I don't know anything else about the book aside from it being a historical romance. So yeah, I'm removing the plastic so that we can see the books. So it says here, it has I Love You Since 1892, unang bahagi, ang pag-aaklas, hustisya, pamamaalam, ang pagwawakas, and El Tiempo Cura Todo, and Sa Punto de Vista. So 7 books. Let's see what they look like. So this is what the first book looks like. This is the second book, and it has the second book has these inside. So it's ang pag-aaklas, and then it has, oh, yung nice. It has this postcard, and then this one, and a set of 6 bookmarks. We have here Carmela, who I think is our main protagonist. We have I Love You Since 1892. We have Tula ni Ginoong Juanito para kay Carmela. We have a photo of like a pen. We have Carmela, I guess. And then we have Juanito, I guess. And then another poem here. And then we have the 3rd book, which is Hustisya, ikatlong bahagi. We also have here this. I think it's spoilery, but it says, malugod namin kayong inaanyahan. Oh, I think this is a wedding invitation. And then we have book 4, which is Pamamaalam. And then book 5, which is ang pagwawakas. And then we also have here some stickers. This looks so nice. So we have some stickers. I'll use this in my reading journal spread for I Love You Since 1892. I also have these character stickers, which I'll be using as well for my reading journal. We have this poster, I guess. Yeah. It's a poster of I Love You Since 1892. And we have two more books. This one is Sa Punto de Vista. I'm not sure what this one is about. But I think it's a notebook, poetry book. I don't know. I really don't know. Sorry. And then lastly, we have El Tiempo Cura Todo. I hope I knew what that meant. But this is also a book with like letters. And there's another set of stamps here at the back. So maybe this is a book of letters. I really love the way ABS-CBN books did like justice to the author's work for this box set. There's so many freebies. Like, I don't usually see those type of freebies for local books, even international books. So ABS-CBN books really did a great job on like giving extra for these books, especially since, you know, this book I think was originally published in Wattpad, so many readers and fans of the author have already read the book. Like, those diehard fans who like want to have a copy that they can hold would be like the main market of this. But they made sure that they give them something extra, not just like focusing on the book itself. So yeah, those are all the books that I got for this mini book haul. I don't know how many books I was able to get. I think 2, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I joke. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 9 plus 10, 11, 18, and yeah, so I got 18 books in total. Those are the books that I got last December. I finally have the chance to read them. I've been hiding them and storing them, waiting for all of them to arrive so that I can tell you, and now they're all ready to be read. So yeah, please let me know which books are you most interested in out of all these titles that I have for you. And if you're also a Filipino, because these books are written in Tagalog, please let me know if you'll be joining along the read-a-thon, read along. I'll be linking the important things on the description box so that you can join us. I think the first live show is on the last week of January. See you then. I'll be joining along. So yeah. Thank you so much for watching until the end of this video. See you on the next one. Bye!